Hey guys, welcome back to a new video. First off, I wanted to wish all of my Muslim viewers a happy Ramadan. I hope this holy month brings peace, prosperity, and cheer to your life. I wish you all a Ramadan Kareem. Sephora recently had a VIB sale, and being a Rogue member, you get 20% off, so I thought it was the perfect timing to try some Marc Jacobs makeup. Marc Jacobs Makeups has a huge following, but I've never really tried it and I always wanted to, so this is really the perfect timing. They came out with this really cute glow maintenance set. I know their bronzer is very much raved about. This was really perfect to try their bronzer. The main thing that I really wanted to review is the Marc Jacobs Accomplice blurring powder. This very much reminded me of the Chanel blurring powder. I did a video on the full collection in my last video. I will go ahead and link it for you guys. The Glow Maintenance Set is a 4-piece set of Marc Jacobs bestsellers for creating a dewy, sun-kissed look. First off, we have this gorgeous bronzer that gives a radiant matte finish. The supersized compact is for the face and all over body bronzing. It's not a very dark bronzer, but it still gives such a beautiful sun-kissed look. This set also comes with an enameled hydrating lip gloss stick in the shade 1 Mauve Time. Mini sizes of the Velvet Noir Major Volume Mascara in black and a mini size Dewdrops Coconut Gel Highlighter in Do You is also included in this set. The Marc Jacobs Accomplice Instant Blurring Powder is a blurring touch-up powder in a chic compact with a built-in brush that sets, blurs, and reduces the look of shine. The powder contains a hint of perfecting pearl pigment to diffuse light and filter away the look of imperfections. I really love the built-in brush that comes with this compact. Now let's talk about the packaging for this powder. It's quite ingenious. What they did is they did include a brush. Unlike the Chanel compact where they had the brush included inside the compact itself, Marc Jacobs went ahead and put the brush actually on top of the compact itself. So it's kind of magnetically in there where you kind of remove it and you can actually open this flap open so that when you put it back on, it is magnetically put in there and you can kind of just close it and it's right there. It's really handy. The powder itself is quite velvety. I got the color 52 and the color Siren. What I thought would be pretty cool is if I would go ahead and apply the Marc Jacobs on one side of my face and apply the Chanel on the other side. First off, let's talk about the brushes themselves. The Marc Jacobs brush was actually quite nice. It really applies the powder very nicely onto the face. It's really soft and velvety, just like the actual powder itself, but I didn't have any problem with it and I do see myself applying the powder with this brush every time. Now the Chanel brush is nice, but I feel like the Marc Jacobs one is just a little bit more softer, and I do enjoy the fact that the Marc Jacobs is just a little bit more bigger. It just really applies it on so much nicer, so in that aspect I do enjoy the Marc Jacobs brush that comes with the compact a lot more than the Chanel one. Now as for the powder itself, I know probably on camera you don't see much of a difference, but when I applied it, it definitely did give a blurring effect for sure. But this side of my face where I have the Marc Jacobs powder, I do feel that my pores have been quite accentuated, just a little bit. And the thing is that it does give a little bit of color, whereas the Chanel doesn't. It's more used for kind of a natural type of blurring effect, whereas the Marc Jacobs side, it does add a little bit of color as it blurs, and it just heightens that foundation just a little bit more. In all honesty, I do feel that the Chanel powder does just a little bit of a better job in clearing out and giving that blurring effect than the Marc Jacobs does. Even though it is beautiful, it is is velvety. I do feel that it bunches, and just really the pores, it really does accentuate it. And I did add the dewy drops onto both sides, and as we know, liquid highlighters do tend to accentuate pores just a little bit, which is why I don't really like them. I do prefer kind of powder highlighters, but even then I did apply the drops on both sides, and I still feel that the Chanel side over here just gives more of a natural type of glow and a blur that doesn't accentuate the imperfections. Other than that, kind of far away, you don't really tell a difference at all. I'm sure you can't really tell much of a difference on camera, at least I don't really see it, but up close you definitely can see that I have a different powder here than I do on this side. This side just feels a lot more smoother, whereas this one, you just feel that there's something there. Do I recommend this powder? Maybe, but I definitely do prefer the Chanel powder over the Marc Jacobs for sure. So if you guys are looking for a blurring powder, I highly recommend the Chanel one. Other than that, I do really enjoy the Glow Maintenance set, especially this bronzer. I mean, I'm sure you guys see this glow on my face. It's totally the bronzer. It's so beautiful, and the packaging is so huge. I love that so much. The powder isn't too dark, which is what I really love about this powder. It is beautiful. It applies on so perfectly and like a dream. And the compact is really big, but I love it. The mirror is so huge, and the powder itself isn't too dark. It kind of gives that, you know, dewy bronzing type of effect. Perfect for the summer. So if you guys want to try anything by Marc Jacobs, I would highly recommend this bronzer, and this Glow Maintenance set that Sephora has is the perfect opportunity to try it along with some of their other products. I do like the lipstick that came with the set. First off, I thought it was kind of a twisting type of liquid lipstick, but it's not. It's kind of just a regular lipstick. What I do hate about this is it is clickable to kind of extend the lipstick up, but once you click it, you can't recede the lipstick. So you kind of need to be careful not to push it too much because you will lose a lot of the product. The mascara is okay. I do like that they did include kind of a mini version of their mascara. It does volumize and it does plump, but for sure my favorites will still have to be the Chanel Le Volume and also the Thrive Cosmetics. These definitely by far are the best mascaras I've used thus far. The dewdrops definitely give such an intense glow, and it does look beautiful, especially during the summer. I don't normally like liquid drops, but I probably will be using this throughout the summer. And it's kind of cute that it did come in the set, so I definitely will be using this little guy. My favorite out of all of this Marc Jacobs experience would have to be this bronzer. I highly recommend this. I think it's definitely one of my favorites now. I love the compact, just how chic it looks, and the color of the bronzer itself. It gives such a beautiful bronzing effect, and in all honesty, all of my makeup today and the beauty of it is certainly because of this beautiful bronzer. And that's it for my review of the Marc Jacobs Glow Maintenance set and the blurring powder. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Make sure you hit that like button, and make sure you just leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this video and what future videos you'd like to see from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week.